I'm Jin Young Choi, Baptist Missionary Training School Professor of New Testament and Christian Origins at Colgate Rochester Crozer Divinity School. It is my honor to share how PANAAWTM has influenced my work. I have studied theological and biblical studies both in Korea and the US for over 20 years. But within the white and male-dominant educational system, the knowledge I produce as an Asian woman scholar is often disapproved of, inauthentic, or dismissed as insignificant. Women in theology have tried to find language to express their knowledge. While wisdom Sophia is a great word to claim feminist subjectivity and consciousness, in feminist discourse, Sophia is often characterized as the white lady. In wisdom literature, Sophia is a kind of knowledge, and there are other Greek words that indicate other ways of knowing, all in feminine noun forms. One of them is Phronesis, a sister of Sophia. Phronesis represents embodied knowledge or practical wisdom. In my essay in Leading Wisdom, I named the wisdom of women of Asian descent in theology and ministry as Phronesis, honoring the four mothers of PANAAWTM. As I have attended almost all annual meetings of PANAAWTM since 2004, I have witnessed the richness of our precursors' embodied knowledge, as well as their unyielding commitment to forming later generations of scholars and ministers and activists. PANAAWTM has helped me strengthen my vocation and raise my voice as an Asian feminist biblical scholar and theological educator. I couldn't just follow or imitate what Western scholars do. I wish to contribute to existing and emerging biblical scholarship by offering what only I could offer, for example, by developing Asian and Asian American biblical hermeneutics. A special issue of the Bible and Critical Theory journal, which I co-edited, is coming out soon. In this issue, 6 Asian American biblical scholars respond to US white supremacy and anti-Black and anti-Asian racism in the time of the global pandemic. As my work focuses on decentering white biblical scholarship, building solidarity with other minoritized scholars is crucial. I co-edited the book Minoritized Women Reading Race and Ethnicity, which was published in October. This book, interrogating the problem of race and ethnicity in the ancient and the present, is the first attempt to gather voices of non-white women biblical scholars. Scholars in Asian American studies argue that US white supremacist liberalism is closely linked to the expansion of US hegemony in the Asia-Pacific region. What does it mean to read the Bible with our colonial and post-colonial histories? In the past 4 years, the Council for World Mission has organized a program called DARE, bringing empire critical scholars from the global south to produce alternative knowledge. Professor Jörg Rieger and I led a group of dedicated scholars in Taiwan last year to discuss the issues of class and labor in theological and biblical discourse and faith-based activism. As an outcome of our collective work, our edited volume is coming out soon. Professors Kwak Pyo-lan and Christine Pei from PANAAWTM are a part of this project. They are the fruits of my intensive intellectual labor and collaborative work. I grew up seeing how hard my grandmother and parents worked day and night, raising their children and helping their extended families and neighbors. I'm eternally grateful for their examples and sacrifices. I'm not alone. We Asian and Asian American women in academy and ministry work twice and multiple times harder than our white colleagues. We are often overloaded, get exhausted, and feel alone in our institutions. In this community of sisters, we can find home. We intentionally create small groups in which we not only work together, but also simply talk, listen, cry, and laugh together. And we reach out to others. I'm thankful for the mentoring and friendship I have been privileged to enjoy. Now I share the gifts that I have received with those who come after me. I would like to invite not only more Asian Pacific Islander and Asian American women in theology and ministry to join our community, but also others to support our work. Thank you for listening and for your continued support.